Hello, my name is Efehi, and now I'm presenting my week 4 authentication project, a book library API with JWT authentication. This was built on my previous week 3 CRUD API. So here is my GitHub repository, and this is the book library API repo. So I'll quickly go over to my render where it has been deployed fully and is successfully working. So here we can see the appropriate messages being deployed with the correct endpoints is there. So here we have the my book library API deployed or rendered with full Swagger documentation. So these are all protected endpoints that requires authentication. So some of these we'll use to test how my authentication is working. So first of all, we can try to access this place, and so you see that we need a token. So we need to create a token, and so to create a token, we come to new user. Let's try this out. So I'll quickly just paste what I have here. I have this saved down just so I have to save time. I'll quickly paste this there. So I also create this as my user. For response or happen. Okay. Let me just add some letters to this, to what we have here. Then let me change this to my name. Now we can see the error handling there working successfully just now. All right, so let's try again and see. All right, successful. So this user has been created. Efehi Nehikhare has been created. So here we can see Efehi Nehikhare has been created successfully. So now I have a token with which I'll be able to log in now. So this token will give me access to protected endpoints. So I have to come back here, enter my token. So we see my token is protected using the hash. So we can set up my password hash in here. All right, so now I'm logged in. And as you can see, I have access to all of the protected endpoints. So let's quickly get started and test the get operation. I want to start with the post operation. I want to create a new author. So let's say we are creating this author. I have an author saved here. Yes, let's create this author that I have saved here. All right, so let's create this guy. Okay. All right, successful. This author has been successfully created. So now we have the ID of the author for subsequent operations. All right, so let's try the get. Okay, Jane is there. All right, so I'm able to retrieve the author that I just created earlier. So it means that this means that the get and the post operations are working. So let's try the put operation to update the author's information. So let me look for something to update about the author. Okay, let's update the author's email. All right, so let's update the author's email. So for this, I'm going to be needing the author's ID, and I want to update his email. I'm going to be removing all of this. I don't need them. And this, I don't need this. And this, so I want to update his email to this. Let's go to my quest. All right. All right, successfully the email has been updated to this. So what do we have before? So we can see successful, the email has been updated. All right, so let's say we want to delete the author. All right, so we can delete the author using the ID. All right, so okay, it's loading. Successful. So the author has been deleted. All right, so authentication is needed. As you can see, authentication is required for this operation to be done. All right, so all of these operations work for the first collection, which is the author collection. So let's try with the book collection. Okay, so let's also start with creating of a book. All right, so let's create the complete guide to API development, which is already there. I used it earlier to test. Successful. All right, so that has been successfully created. Okay, so let's delete. Let's try the delete operation first. Let's see if we can delete. Okay, no, let's go to the get. Let's go to the get, the complete 200 successful. That operation also was successful. All right, so let's go and delete the book from. Let's update the book first. Let's just try the updating. Okay, this was what I used to test earlier. So I think, let's see. The book currently is 350 here. So let's update it to 391. Let's see if it's going to work. Error. Got an error message. Oh, okay. The book ID has changed. Okay. So let's try again. You see, so we can see that the error handling is working. Is a comprehensive error handling and validation, as we saw earlier. All right, so it's successful now. So the number of pages has been updated, so we can go back and verify that and see now if what we are going to be having. Okay, so we now have 391 pages. All right, so finally, let's try to test the delete operation for this other collection and see if it's going to be successful. Okay. So it's telling us that it has been successfully deleted. So let's go back and verify. Let's look at this book again. So the book is no longer in the database. So we can see that all of the operations were successful. The API was successfully deployed or rendered with full Swagger documentation. There is user registration and login. There is password hashing with bcrypt. There is protected root that requires authentication for access. We have all comprehensive error handling and validation, and then all the APIs were also successfully deployed or rendered. So thank you so much for watching. Do have a nice time.